Okay guys, I'm back with EURUSD. I haven't finished up the levels, but I'm gonna just put up this video because as usual, I'm looking for pullbacks to enter, and I pretty much have figured out for tomorrow and tonight what setups I'm looking for pullbacks. And if we don't get a pullback, I have the setups I'm looking for. Ideally for the ultra bullish case essentially. So right now we're a little bit below this level, 1021. There was a fail breakdown that I played of this low. It went level to level and it never was able to break through this above level right here. Therefore, I'm looking for this level to reclaim potentially as a long if you miss anything below down there. But more importantly, that is the ultra bull case. Now, there is another scenario here where we have a low that went from 1018 up to 1020, 1040. So that's 22-point bounce from this bottom to the top. I'm going to show you just as a measurement so people can start understanding what I mean by that. So this went 22.6 pips. That's a good bounce. When I'm looking for a failed breakdown, I'm looking for a low where price stopped and went back up, aka bounced, and then came back down below that low. And then I want the price to go back above that low. We call it a failed breakdown, a liquidity grab, a liquidity sweep. Essentially, market makers, institutions, that's how they're trading. They know that you're trying to go short below here. They want to catch the shorts. They know that you're trying to go short below here earlier. They want to catch the shorts. They catch some buyers. They go back down. They catch more shorts. And then finally, they go back up. So right now, the closest setup I'm seeing is this failed breakdown at this level. And if we can reclaim this level, this is 1018.6. This is about 21.4, so about 2 points or so above. So I just want to see price essentially. If we do nothing else, like we just want to go above it and then hold that for a little bit, maybe consolidate a little bit, and then like maybe around like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, start taking off when the ES futures opens up. So that's the first case scenario that I'm seeing. After that, if we go up here, there's a chance to catch reclaim, and then what I'd want to see for that, if you missed this trade or also just didn't feel like it was high enough confidence for you, if we kind of just slowly push up, is I'd want to see price, for example, the best scenario I would say is probably like peek through a little bit above this level, come back down here, maybe go back here, and then come touch this minor level and then take off. And then I'd go long somewhere around here probably. Why would I go long there? Well, I would see that we accepted the level by hitting it, selling down, hitting it, selling down. That means price wants to be there. And then push up above this, a little bit above this low. Now if this, sorry, this high. Now if this high was up here, I would still be comfortable going high, going long right where the green line is, because otherwise I would be going long way too high and it just would be not a good RIR, return on my investment. Essentially, if I go long at this level, 43, if I get up to this next major level above, that's about 9 points, and that's the minimum I need for a trade. Looking for 7, 8, 9 points generally at least. 7 is really the minimum, and then ideally I want more for the first portion of the trade I'm going to sell. Like if I'm going to sell 80%, 80% will be sold at the first major level up. Or if it's a minor level, that's fine too. Main point being 7, 8 point profit, and then you leave some exposure for more of a move up. So anyways, this is the reclaim setup I'm looking for here. Now I told you the failed breakdown setup here, the reclaim setup here. Now let's go to the failed breakdown of this low right here. I'm going to show you in a second. So this low right here is you can see clear. We came up, tagged, went back down, and took off from here, and that was all the way up to the high of the day and so far the month, and the high of a long time for EURUSD since October. So this low right here is 10.037. So I put trigger up here, but honestly that might be a little high. I would probably want to be something more like, let's say 3 points above that. So essentially, realistically, you can use the top of this major level right here as a trigger. So I'm going to put trigger. So the trigger of the failed breakdown right there. What I would do is, let's say this came down and maybe bounced here, went up a little bit. I wouldn't enter, I'd wait. If I missed it, it's fine. I can take the reclaim of this level. That's probably the best case scenario for a reclaim of this level, a little more selling before. And then we go down, let's say a bunch. That's totally fine. And then I'm waiting for price to reverse at some point, maybe go back up, consolidate a little bit above and below the trigger until it took off, and then I'd probably go long. Like I said, a couple of points above this trigger is fine. If we do this failed breakdown, I think it'll be a good one. I think it would likely backtest this breakdown zone right here. See how we broke down from here, and then probably accept below that for a while before taking the next level up. So this is my favorite setup of the day so far. I would love to see price sell down and reclaim, or I should say do a failed breakdown of this low or reclaim that low in a sense. If we don't do that, then I do expect more of a sell down. All the levels marked white are potential setups. You would do like a dip in recovery, where essentially you would wait for price to like go below a little bit, maybe tag a minor level above, push through, maybe come back low, and then push through again, and then you go long, ideally a little bit above whatever this little baby low could be. That way you make sure you're pushing with force. But you should be able to recognize a momentum candle. The best momentum candles push up a little bit. You want to be patient, wait a minute or two. When it's like, let's say a 7-point candle, usually it'll sell back a few points, and then you can get long 1 or 2 points above your ideal entry, but then you have good confirmation, so you're more secure in your setup. So that's that. I'm going to post the levels soon, the exact levels. But once again, the ideal setup I'm looking for is a failed breakdown of this low. I want to see price come below this level and then come back up, and I would go long above this major level.